Hey everyone, welcome back. It's always exciting for me to dive into these topics that seem so simple on the surface but end up being so much more complex. And that's exactly what we're doing today.
Hello,
We're
hello.
talking avocados. And it all
Mm.
started with this
Really interesting.
really fascinating article you sent in from VN Express International,
Yeah,
which, by the way, is a Vietnamese newspaper. So it's cool to see how this interest in avocados is truly global.
definitely.
So get ready to explore what eating an avocado a day could actually do for your health.
And you know what? It's not just hype either. The article you sent over really digs into the research. I mean, we're talking stuff from the Journal of Nutrition and even the Journal of the American Heart Association.
Oh, wow, the heavy hitters.
Yeah, giving us some solid science to back up all the amazing things people are saying about avocados.
Awesome. Okay, so let's start with the avocado itself.
Mhm.
You look at the USDA data and it's pretty clear this is a nutritional powerhouse. But instead of just listing vitamins, let's talk about what that actually means.
Right.
For example, one avocado, just one, gives you nearly half your daily fiber needs.
And that fiber, it's not just about hitting some random number. It's a key player in your gut health, which we all know is so important for everything. Like, we're talking digestion, but even weight and heart health down the line.
Right, like all that happy gut, happy you stuff, there's actual science behind it.
For sure.
Yeah, this 2021 study from the Journal of Nutrition, it found that, get this, eating an avocado daily led to some really good changes in gut bacteria. Plus, it even helped reduce bile acid.
Interesting.
Now, I'll be honest, I had to do a little refresher on what bile acid is, but
Oh, yeah, most people do. It's like this digestive juice, right?
Mm.
But too much of it, and things can go haywire in your gut.
Mm.
We're talking inflammation, even like gallbladder problems down the line.
Wow.
So the fact that avocados might help regulate that, that's a big deal, especially for people who deal with digestive issues like diarrhea.
So for anyone listening who's struggling with that kind of stuff, maybe just adding an avocado a day could be a simple thing to try.
Absolutely. It's worth experimenting.
But here's where I got stuck. Avocados are famous for their healthy fats, right? But they're still fats. How could they possibly help with weight management?
Right. It's kind of counterintuitive at first.
Yeah.
But this 2022 study, it was in the Journal of the American Heart Association, so pretty reliable.
Hmm.
They followed people who ate an avocado a day for 6 months. And guess what? Their weight stayed stable.
Oh, interesting.
So that whole idea that avocado equals weight gain,
Yeah.
not necessarily true.
Okay, so what's the deal with the fats then? Like, how do they fit into this?
It all comes down to the type of fat. Avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats, specifically this one called oleic acid.
Okay.
And get this, studies show that when eaten in moderation, oleic acid might actually help reduce fat storage. Instead of increasing it, it might do the opposite.
Seriously?
Yeah. Plus, you've got that fiber we talked about helping you feel full and satisfied,
Mhm.
so you're less likely to overeat.
So it's like a double whammy. Avocados might help you avoid gaining extra weight, and they might even help you reduce fat storage. I gotta say, that's impressive.
Right. Pretty cool.
But there's more to this story, right? Because we always hear about avocados being like heart-healthy superstars.
Oh, absolutely. They really are. And it's all thanks to this incredible combo of nutrients they've got going on.
Like what?
Okay, we're talking potassium for regulating blood pressure. Then there's magnesium, fiber, folate, those amazing monounsaturated fats we were just talking about, and a bunch of polyphenols and antioxidants on top of that.
Whoa, okay. That's a whole team of heart-healthy helpers.
Exactly. It's not just one thing, it's this whole symphony.
So does the research back this up, though?
Oh, yeah, it does. Remember that 2022 study from the Journal of the American Heart Association we mentioned earlier? Well, they also found that people who ate avocados had a much lower risk of developing cardiovascular disease.
How much lower?
Like, we're talking 16 to 22% lower risk of both cardiovascular and coronary heart disease.
Wow, that's huge. So
That-
what does that mean for our listeners? Like, what's one simple thing they can do to get this benefit?
This study had this great tip. Try swapping out half a serving of things like butter, margarine, cheese, or processed meats with avocado. Just that one change can make a big difference for your heart health over time.
That's such an easy swap. I love that. Okay, so we've covered gut health, weight management, and heart health. But what about our brains? There's all this buzz around avocados being brain boosters too, right?
Yes. Remember that powerhouse of nutrients we talked about? Well, add lutein to that list. It's a carotenoid found in avocados, but also in the human brain. Research suggests it might have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects on brain cells. And a 2021 study published in Frontiers in Nutrition found something really interesting.
Whoa, tell me, tell me.
They found that older adults who ate avocado or guacamole, they actually performed better on cognitive tests, especially the ones focused on memory. And this is important because as we age, memory is often one of the first things to go.
Right, right.
So this is pretty significant.
So could eating avocado actually help us stay sharper as we get older? I mean, that would be amazing.
It's definitely a possibility. And more research is coming out about the link between what we eat and how our brains function. Avocados are definitely looking like a key player here.
Okay, so we've explored gut health, weight management, heart health, and even touched on the brain-boosting power of avocados. All of this from that one Vegan Express International article.
It's amazing, right?
It's incredible how one simple dietary change, like incorporating an avocado a day, could have such a ripple effect on so many aspects of our health.
And it's that connection that's so fascinating to me. It's not just about individual benefits. It's how these different systems in our bodies can all be positively impacted by the same food.
Right.
But there's one area the article didn't really go into much that I think is worth exploring.
Oh, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
What else is there about this awesome fruit?
Well, the article, it mainly focused on the physical stuff, which we've seen is pretty impressive. But it got me thinking, could those healthy fats in avocados, could they play a role in our mood too? Our mental well-being.
Ooh, and now that you mention it, it makes sense. Like we know omega-3 fatty acids, which are in some of those healthy fats, are linked to mood and all that. So could avocados be like a tasty way to boost our mood too?
It's definitely possible.
Mm.
There's more and more research coming out about the connection between what we eat and our mental health.
Right.
And those healthy fats, they're crucial for our brains to work.
Is it sure?
So while we need more research specifically on avocados and mood, it's a really interesting thing to think about.
It really is. Like, it makes you wonder, those good vibes you get from some avocado toast or a big bowl of guac?
Yeah,
Is it more than just enjoying the taste? Could there be a real link between those good fats and how we feel overall?
exactly. It really highlights how connected our physical and mental health are. What we feed our bodies can have a huge impact on how we feel, both physically and emotionally.
Okay, so where does this leave us? Should we all be running to the store and stocking up on avocados?
Well, it's important to remember that everyone's body is different, right?
Yeah.
We all respond to food in our own way.
Yeah, that's true.
The research we've talked about today definitely shows that avocados can have some great health benefits. But like always, it's best to chat with your doctor or a healthcare professional to see what works best for you in your health goals.
Right, good point. It's all about making informed decisions, figuring out what's right for you individually.
Absolutely.
And hey, if that includes some creamy, delicious avocado every day, I'm all for it.
Me too.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe as scientists learn more about this fruit, we'll uncover even more amazing benefits.
Right. It feels like we've only scratched the surface. I mean, we started with this one article from Vegan Express International,
Yeah,
and look at all this incredible information we found about the potential benefits of avocados. Gut health, heart health, even brain-boosting power, and now maybe even mood enhancement.
it's pretty remarkable.
It really shows how a simple dietary change can make a real difference in our well-being.
And it's not just about eating an avocado every day. It's about being mindful of the choices we make.
Yeah.
Understanding how what we eat affects our health and well-being overall.
I love that. But before we wrap up, it's important to remember that this article, it mainly focused on the good stuff about avocados. But like with any food, moderation is key.
Definitely.
We always need to look at the bigger picture, right?
Absolutely. Like we touched on how avocados are grown earlier, the sustainability aspect.
Mhm.
As more and more people want avocados, it's super important to think about the environment and support sustainable farming.
Such a good point. And it brings us back to that Vietnamese perspective, right?
Yeah.
From the Via Express International article.
Yeah,
It reminds us that food isn't just about our personal health, but it's also about like a global connection and being responsible consumers.
exactly. It's about understanding where our food comes from, how it affects our bodies, and how it impacts the planet.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of avocados today, we want to encourage you to keep exploring and stay curious.
Maybe this deep dive has sparked some new questions for you. Like maybe you're wondering about the different types of fats in avocados and how they stack up against other healthy fats.
Right. Or maybe you're interested in learning more about all the different kinds of avocados out there and their unique nutrition profiles.
It's a whole world to discover.
Absolutely. Whatever your curiosity leads you to, keep diving deep. It's amazing how one little fruit can lead to so many different things to explore.
It really is. It
Yeah.
just shows you how everything's connected, from our own health to the health of the whole planet.
Right. Well, we've definitely covered a lot today. Gut health, heart health, brain boosting potential, even maybe some mood benefits. Avocados seem to have it all. But I have a question for you. Remember when we were talking about avocados and bile acid earlier?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We were saying how eating avocado might help keep those bile acid levels in check, which is great for your gut.
Exactly, but that got me thinking. Could there be more to it? Could those changes in bile acid actually affect other parts of our health too, not just our gut?
That's a great question. And it just shows how science is always evolving. The research we talked about, it really focused on the gut. But it's definitely possible that more studies could find a bigger impact of avocado on bile acid, maybe even affecting other systems in our bodies.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. Like, one simple thing could have all these ripple effects.
Totally. It reminds us that there's always something new to learn, even about something as common as an avocado.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about these deep dives. We start with your curiosity and some articles, and it takes us down all these amazing paths. So, to our awesome listener, thank you for sending us down this avocado rabbit hole. I feel like I've learned so much today, and I'm definitely going to be eating more avocados from now on.
Me too. And remember, this is just the beginning of your avocado journey. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep sharing those avocado discoveries with everyone.
I love it. Until next time, stay curious and keep on diving deep.